hard conversation. And I feel like now I'm the opposite. I know for sure that I have the courage, the resilience, the power to hold difficult conversation without wavering. I will put myself on the table and I will speak about things that will actually bring emotions, but I know who I am. I can do that. Whereas as a child, I could not do that. That's one thing. And I feel like with the divorce, initiating divorce, it also shows that courage. It also shows the courage that actually used to you. Because for me to ask questions as a child, big questions that were seen as problematic. I used to be curious and fearless. I'll ask questions so freely. I'll do things, and then people used to say, "But why are you asking so much questions? Why? These are big questions. You shouldn't. You are a child. You shouldn't talk about these things. You shouldn't even ask about this thing." And people were projecting their own life that they had, that in their time, this is what my mom used to say, in my time, you could not actually ask questions like this from your parents. You get beaten. You get hidings for these things. But for me, it was normal. It didn't make any difference for me to ask a simple question or from a big question. There was no big or small question. There was just question. There was just a feeling, an instinct that is felt, and that's. I guess I loved myself enough to hold space for what I felt. And if what I felt said I must ask this, then I easily do it. I would easily do it because that's all I was able to do, which is powerful comparing to nowadays. Because nowadays you have to bite your lip, you have to, and which is something that I did at some point. Initially, this is me. Okay, so I feel like I'm returning to my own power. Initially, because this is me, this is how I show out in the world, but then the world actually tried to suffocate this kind of way. Or I chose to hide, yes, because of what I saw in the world. I didn't feel safe to be myself, rather than blaming the world, because it's not the world reflect exactly what is already inside me. Do you understand? So I didn't feel safe to just shoot my shot, and then now I'm realizing, oh, the mindset that you have a double standard mindset. You had this warrior in you. You had this great way of saying. Then you also had the fear-based mentality, and you didn't know how to balance those energy because you didn't understand both of them. And now I feel like I understand both of my sides, and I actually can just leave them. I can let them be. I'm not afraid to hold space for this fearless and fearful state of mind. I see where they come from and what brings them on the table.